Today we're going to talk about turf transplants and ways that we can repair gall mouths without having to seed them. But this can also be done on any sort of bare areas, high traffic areas, or areas where we just feel that the grass coverage isn't quite what we expect. Now here you can see we're on an ornamental lawn, so it's not necessarily the best quality. We have a lot of weeds, we have clover, we have buttercups, we have dandelions and various other things within this turf. But the principle is we want to actually show you the process of replacing these hexagons using this Hexagon turf doctor here. We also do have the larger turf doctor, so this is for more use on sports fields, as in terms of football fields. You're going to take a large sample, a large square sample, and you can take a sample from another area and know that they're going to be exactly the same. So I'll show you with these hexagons, which is really cool. You can put any in any place and then build an area based off them, just taking samples from somewhere, and you'll know that they'll always fit as long as you go to the depth of the soil transplant remover, so this turf doctor here. So it's a pretty easy process. You just identify a patch of the grass which you do want to remove. I've already done this one here. So we'll pull this plug out, and then we can push the transplant piece of the grass out, just like that, and we can see we've got a good couple of inches of root structure there as well. You can see all of the bulk of the roots coming through this here. So we're at sort of probably 2.5–3 inches deep. We know the soil underneath here isn't fantastic, so the roots probably aren't going to go much further than that. The ground is quite hard and rocky as well, but it's still also usable in this area. Now, something where this would become more useful is with in a sort of golf green environment, because you've got such a finer turf and you've normally got a very good construction underneath, so it's a lot easier to lift the samples out as opposed to this real heavy stony soil we've got here today. But now I've taken that sample out of there, what we're able to do is to move it to a different location. And because we've already taken some from other places, so we can imagine this as a bare piece of ground, we can pull that plug of bare soil out of that ground and know that our next plug is going to fit perfectly within that area. Just like that. So this is from there. I have actually repaired whole gall mouths before using this process. It is quite a slow way to go about it, but I do also find, as opposed to turfing, you're using soil that's already and grass that's already on site, but at the same time you're also putting them in this hexagon form. So if you do like sort of a big honeycomb area, what you're able to do is when you put these together is they knit together quite nicely and actually form a really rigid surface that doesn't move too much. So after a week or so, you'll be able to play on that no problem. And like I say, I've done this before. It saved gall mouths and it saved me a lot of time as well. The other ones we have are like this bigger turf doctor here, much larger samplers, so it's a lot easier to do a bigger area, but it does require a bit more tools and patience. You lift these gauges up, you use a mallet to hit these into the ground, and then you'll pull your core away. So as you can see, those raise, and then you'll pull the whole core away from just underneath here.